All right, so I've driven a little bit more with the JB4. I've probably put about 700 miles or so on the car. So from the last video, the installation and everything, the one thing I did want to correct, the Bluetooth module here, you want to put that on like your fuse block or something like that, just because having it on the JB4 unit itself can cause the connection issues that I was talking about. Ever since I moved mine over, as I was instructed to do by Burger Tuning, most of my issues went away. Every now and then it'll lose connection, but overall it's gotten a lot better. But other than that, the drivability on it, everything is just as good as stock. The only thing you'll notice is once you get into it, there is more power. You definitely feel the increase in power, and I will show that in just a second. But no, the car drives just like stock. There's no hiccups or anything. I'm running map 2, so I've been running 93 octane, and I've also been putting a few gallons, 1 or 2 gallons of E85 in the tank as well, to blend it to about E20, E30. You can use up to E30 on either map 1 or map 2. But other than that, I'll get on the road here to show the increase in power, but everything is exactly like stock until you floor it. So this is what it looks like when you open the app. You have your display. This shows your gauges. This is what I have it set to. If you tap and hold on any of the gauges, you can pick a different parameter to monitor. Not all of them are working just yet, there's a few of them that you have to mess with and see, make sure that that gauge is actually working properly. All you do is tap and hold to change it. Some of them have a multi-use, so like for example, if you double tap on map, it'll let you change the map. If you double tap on boost, you can see your max boost. If you double tap again, that's your current boost. And like the rest of these don't have anything if you double tap on them. You can disconnect with the button in the bottom left. If you are disconnected and then you need to reconnect, you just click connect, and you can see it doesn't take too long. It connects pretty quickly. From there, bottom right, you can start logging. Here are your saved data logs. From there, you can save them, you can rename them, email them, or view them on your phone. If you have any check engine light codes or anything like that, you can read, delete, or show them right here. I got a few settings. The top is where you log in. You can change your map right here. Shows your app build, firmware version. Then have some settings that you can go through. There's a few things on here that you can change or adjust. Most of this I just kind of left alone. Water meth injection, if you have that set up. And firmware, this is where you can check on updating it. I would suggest keep an eye on that just in case we do get an update out, but right now it should ship on the latest update. Everything else, you can change the color of the gauges, and you can set it to a heads-up display mode. You can set a shift indicator. I kind of scared myself because I forgot that I turned this on and set it to red, and I was in Mexico at the top of 4th gear, about 120, and I looked down and the phone is just blaring red, and I thought something was going on. Anyway, you can mess with all that, but overall, you don't even have to do any of this. You can really just set your map and forget about it. You don't need the app unless you want to monitor your gauges, or maybe if you want to switch maps, but really it's kind of a set it and forget it. I would suggest getting the Bluetooth module just because it makes it so much easier if you ever do need to do anything, but you really don't have to use it every time you drive. Once it's turned on, it's on. You may have noticed in the last clip, my IATs are about 160 degrees or so. That is not because the JB4 is making it overheat. It's because I was just driving, and then I parked and let the car idle, which it's gonna heat up if you're idling or in traffic. And then I turned the car off, so it had nothing flowing. So all that heat just soaks into your engine. So don't think that the JB4 is making the car overheat. It's not. It's just, I live in Houston, Texas. It's very hot and humid out here, and I've just been idling the car and then parking it and letting it sit. So I'm gonna go cruise around and let the car kind of breathe and cool off before I do any acceleration on here, because it's not fair to Burger Tuning for me to show a heat-soaked acceleration. All right, so got the car cooled off, or as cool as it's gonna get. Gonna do a quick 0 to 60 with it on and off. I'm not timing it, but if you want to, feel free. I'm gonna turn it off, and I will come back and do that same thing, same spot on the stock map. All right, now got the unit turned off, map 0, so basically stock. We're gonna do that same thing. And I just realized I forgot to put it back in sport mode. Not that it matters, doesn't make a difference. Anyway, I'm sure on camera it looks exactly the same. Probably doesn't look any faster on camera, but I can tell you, riding in the car, driving the car, it is definitely faster. You feel the extra power, the extra torque. Everybody that drove the car and rode in the car says that they definitely feel it is faster. It's not a whole new car. A few people are making it seem like it's a new car and it's amazing because it's so fast now. It's not that fast. If you're used to being around fast cars, or at least quick cars, this car is not fast. You definitely feel it. It is worth the $500 or whatever it is, but it's not gonna like transform the whole entire car. This car's 300 horsepower is not fast. And if you think 300 horsepower is fast, you've never been in a fast car. But no, that's about it. It's perfect. Drivability is perfect. The power is great. Final thing, touch on the fuel economy. It did not change my fuel economy at all. Even on the little road trip I took this weekend, highway, I normally get between 20 and 22 mpg. I got 21.9 mpg on the road trip, and that's exactly what I would have gotten before. Around town, I normally get, or mixed driving, I normally get around 15 average, so that's the same thing that I've been getting before. I've always gotten that fuel economy. If you look on the last video in the comments, there's a couple people actually mentioned that. Other than that, the Instagram for this car, my Instagram is _3 turbo _. If you follow me, I post on there a lot more often. You probably would have seen the acceleration and everything from the car before. I just post there more than on here. Let me know if there's anything else. I think I touched on everything. Yeah, because I had comments about video side by side and how to work the app. Other than that, if you have any other questions, let me know. Comment on here or message me on Instagram or something. Let me know, and I'll try to answer it.